Wednesday, May 21st. President Marcos cited that they will never tolerate disrespect against their sovereignty. In leading the commissioning of 2 naval assets, President Marcos reaffirmed that the Philippines will never tolerate any disrespect and told the Philippine Navy that the country will never surrender anything. While Marcos talked anew about protecting the country's maritime territory, he also reaffirmed the Philippines' commitment to being a responsible member of the international community. He maintained that the country will continue to engage in all matters diplomatically and uphold the established principles under international law. The president cited that his administration continues to actively participate in various exercises, such as the Balikatan, Sama-Sama, Rim of the Pacific, and multilateral naval exercise Kakadu. He likewise mentioned the staff-to-staff talks with other nations and hosting of the Association of Southeast Asian Nation Defense Ministers, meeting experts working group on maritime security. Palace defends hunt for Harry Roque, saying that it is not a waste of government funds. Malacanang defended the government's efforts to track former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque, rejecting his claim that it was a waste of public funds. In her press briefing, Communications Undersecretary Claire Castro said searching for a fugitive with a standing arrest warrant was part of the government's duty and not a misuse of taxpayer money. Roque, who is currently in the Netherlands and seeking political asylum, earlier claimed that the Philippine government was wasting resources by forming a tracker team to locate him. He also insisted he was being politically persecuted due to his alliance with the Duterte family. But Castro dismissed Roque's argument, saying even his former political allies no longer support his claims. The palace press officer then challenged Roque to return to the Philippines and face the charges if he was truly concerned about government spending. His former colleague, former Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Salvador Panelo, earlier said Roque should face the case, denying that the charges stemmed from political persecution. Roque insists that the cases against him are politically motivated and linked to his association with former President Rodrigo Duterte. Philippines, U.S. military and Coast Guard forces hold maritime exercises off Palawan and Mindoro waters. Military and Coast Guard forces of the Philippines and the United States conducted joint training exercises off the waters of Palawan and Occidental Mindoro, which is aimed at improving their capabilities in surveillance and operational coordination. General Romeo Bronner Jr., Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, said the activity was part of the 6th bilateral maritime cooperative activity between the Philippine military and the United States Indo-Pacific Command. In this year's joint training exercises, the U.S. Coast Guard and the Philippine Coast Guard jointly participated for the first time. Bronner said the participation of the Coast Guard forces of the 2 countries highlighted a growing whole-of-nation approach to maritime cooperation. The participating Philippine Navy assets were the BRP Ramon Alcaraz, BRP Domingo del Juana, and AW-109 naval helicopter, while the Philippine Air Force sent its Super Tucano and Sokol helicopters. The Philippine Coast Guard, on the other hand, deployed BRP Melcora Aquino and BRP Malapascua. The U.S., on the other hand, utilized its Coast Guard cutter Stratton and its Navy's P-8A Poseidon Maritime Patrol aircraft. Rainy season may begin in early June, according to PAGASA. The onset of the rainy season in the Philippines may begin as early as the first week of June, based on the latest forecast from the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration. PAGASA weather specialist Benison Estereja, on Wednesday, May 21st, said that while several areas are already experiencing significant rainfall due to the Intertropical Convergence Zone, the official criteria for declaring the start of the rainy season have yet to be met. From Thursday to Friday, May 22nd to 23rd, the ITCZ will continue to bring moderate to occasionally heavy rainfall to Palawan, Mindanao, and some portions of the Visayas. Estereja warned residents in these areas to remain alert for possible flash floods and landslides. Despite the recent rains, the easterlies, or warm and humid winds from the Pacific, remain the prevailing weather system over most of the country and are expected to persist until Sunday, May 25th. Estereja explained that PAGASA uses specific criteria to determine the official start of the rainy season, including the dominance of westerlies or southwesterly winds. These winds are necessary to bring sustained and widespread rainfall, particularly over the western sections of Luzon and the Visayas. K-pop artists bagged nominations at Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards 2025 and Tyla to host the show. Several K-pop artists are nominated in different categories at the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards 2025. Grammy winner Tyla will be hosting the show, which will premiere on Nickelodeon on June 25th at 5 p.m. Singaporean time, celebrating fans' favorites from across the worlds of film, television, music, sports, and more. Encore telecasts will air on June 26th, 3 p.m. Singaporean time, and June 28th, 11:15 a.m. Singaporean time. This year's show will feature exciting star-studded collaborations, skateboarding stunts, the latest in music with high-energy dancing, and Nickelodeon's signature orange blimp trophy and epic slimings. Fans can cast their votes across 35 categories on the official Kids' Choice Awards website, kidschoiceawards.com. Stay updated with the latest news. Visit our website at www.mb.com.ph or follow us on social media.